What's going on, Quotation Nation? QuotebyLee coming at you with another Pokemon Sun and Moon news video. So as you guys know, the trailer dropped just the other day, and we didn't want to do an update video so soon because we did the core stuff. So we're gonna make a video. We're just over on the Pokemon website, but today we are joined by our boy Bransta, joining us for the first time.
What's going on? Let's do this.
Okay, so like I said, we're over here on the Pokemon website. And if you like this video, guys, please just support and subscribe or something, or hit me up with a comment. It means a lot. We're already at 13 subscribers. We're growing. We're getting big, you know. In about a month, we're going to have about 10,000 subscribers. It's going to be dope. So hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're over here. We're going to take first look at the Alolan Pokemon that we got. So Alolan Grimer, we already talked a little bit about it on Kommo-o video. He does get the Poison Dark typing, and he's got that mustard beard and everything. What do you think of his typing and whatnot? And have you changed your mind about what you think about this Pokemon?
I have not. It looks okay. It's very average, and I don't see myself even caring to catch the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll catch it just to have it in the PC or whatever, but probably not going to use it. He's definitely not joining the squad or anything.
Yeah, so it's just a dex filler.
The only thing that I really want to talk about is why we have this disgusting thing. So when the population of the Alola region increased, dealing with their garbage became a serious problem. Which Bransta can attest to because he's lived in Hawaii. As a solution, Grimer were imported from other regions. They fed primarily on garbage, so their body composition changed, as did their form. So is like that how Garbodor was created? Was it like once a garbage bag Pokemon and people threw garbage in it and it turned into a heap of trash?
I think that was like, it was like toxic waste mixing in with garbage and brought it to life, whereas this, it's just straight up just toxic.
So what I'm wondering is, like, is this guy like mortal enemies with Garbodor? Does he just want to like eat that
probably rivals.
Fat guy? I'd say so. He just wants to eat him.
He just wants to eat him.
So yeah, his form changed. What appear to be teeth, guys, this is serious. They're not teeth. Listen to this. Listen to this. It's not teeth. What appear to be teeth in Pokemon's mouth are in fact residual toxins from the garbage it eats, which have hardened and crystallized. No method has been discovered to break down these crystals. Direct contact with them presents a danger. I want to know why and how they know that these teeth or whatever can't be broken. Is like Grimer hopping up, going to the dentist, and like, yo, check these teeth out. And like, what's going on there? Why do people know that they can't break his teeth or whatever?
Yeah.
Just
see little kids taking hammers to their Grimer's teeth.
Yeah, it's like,
test out the theory.
Alolan Grimer is always eating garbage, but its constant hunger will cause it to begin eating other manufactured objects if it runs out of garbage to feed on. And so they've got an Alolan garbage processing plant that's got more than 100 Grimer in there. I guess people just bring their dump trucks or garbage there, and they have a processing line where Grimer can eat trash.
So pretty much Grimer has a job.
Yeah, Grimer's got a job.
They want to get paid. They need to unionize.
Like Alola, they got it on track. You know, they got all these businesses hopping up. They know what they're doing. Now we're gonna take a look at Alolan Muck, which was revealed in the trailer, and it's just not that good. What do you think about its design?
I kind of like it. It's a step up for me personally above the Grimer. I like how the color kind of flows through, and it looks more like it kind of like when I look at it, it reminds me of just like any kind of little oil spill.
Dude,
like
it looks like a mix of Play-Doh. It's like a mix of liquid
but then
Play-Doh.
It also looks like some kind of candy.
Yeah, it looks like he's got like rock candy all over.
Little kids will try to eat the damn thing, and
they're gonna get swallowed whole by this fat guy. So he's the sludge Pokemon.
Can't stop eating.
Yeah, I didn't know Muck was so small. He's only 3 feet, which is like he's like the size of a black lab.
Yeah, but he's wide. He's still over 100 pounds.
Yeah, he is 100 pounds. You would think he'd be a little heavier with how much garbage he eats, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Still has the poison touch and gluttony ability. I would hope that they would have given it like a new ability or something. Make him at least competitively used, because I don't think anybody's
It's
using
just
this
another
thing.
dex filler.
Yeah. So we'll just read a little bit about its description here. So a lowland muck eats whatever is in reach without pausing, and if it feels the sharp pangs of hunger, it runs amok. Ha ha! Pokemon Company, you should do stand up. It's thought that its voracious appetite stems from an inability to maintain its energy levels without a constant influx of toxins. So if this guy's not eating, he feels tired and stuff like that. Same type of deal with the Grimer. He can eat manufactured materials if he gets hungry and there's no food. He's got the same poisonous crystals as Grimer, but they're not limited to his teeth. They extend from all over the surface of its body. A lowland muck uses them to attack, just like other Pokemon use their fangs or claws. These highly toxic crystals are easily knocked loose, making them extraordinarily dangerous. The Grimer and Muck in the Alola region produce the store their toxins in their bodies, so unlike the Grimer and Muck from other regions, you won't detect any unpleasant aromas when you draw near one. Okay, so this guy doesn't smell. That's nice. That's nice of him. So one thing I do want to point out, so it did talk about those the toxins, the hardened toxins or whatever, being extremely hard, not being able to be broken, right? And so since they're all covered in his body, I think that Alolan Muck might get a defense boost just because, he's got them all over. It'll make him a little stronger, maybe get an attack boost and a defensive boost. But other than that, it's really not the best looking Pokemon. I don't think he's going to have the best stats, not really going to be used. Maybe low tier, NU, maybe, something like that.
I mean, did anyone use Muck before?
Not really, unless you're like running minimized poison jab Muck for whatever
Exactly.
reason. I mean,
no one used it.
No one really used it. I've never come across one on Battle Spot, if that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking.
All right, so that's the Alolan Pokemon. Now, the couple other Pokemon that we got revealed that we're going to go over. So we did get the evolutions for Jangmo and we got Volley, but we're going to talk about those guys in a sec. We'll touch on them. We did get some new Pokemon, which are really, really cool. So first, we're going to take a look at Rye Bombie, or Rye Bombie, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is the evolution of Cutiefly. As far as abilities go, kind of crappy. Honey Gather, not competitively used. Shield Dust, not really used. So hopefully he gets a hidden ability that we can use. What do you think of its design?
I like the design a lot. It's got a cool little scarf and whatnot. It's definitely, I like it more than the Muck, I'll give you that much.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's a competitive Pokemon, but
yeah, it's
a nice bug fairy type.
It's bug fairy, first of its typing. I think design wise it looks good. It looks like what Cutiefly should have evolved into.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think competitively it's really going to be that great. Bug is really not the best typing. It's not as bad as Ice, but it's pretty bad. But offensively, Bug's not too terrible. Hits Psychic and Dark type, which is a fairly common typing that you see. And Fairy is great.
But then,
typing.
Fairy part would already take care of that.
Yeah, Fairy takes care of. Let's see, what else does Bug hit? Does it only hit?
Does it hit grass?
Grass. It does hit grass. So there's some use there. Like this thing could go up against like a Venusaur.
Right.
Hit it with like a Bug Buzz. Probably get some type
Venusaur's
of flying type moves.
some poison moves.
Yeah, that's true too. He's gonna get knocked out easily with that Fairy typing. But other than that, it looks like a decent Pokemon. I'll catch Cutiefly just to have it.
Yeah, I'd like to have one.
I could see it being used in lower tiers, depending on if it gets a better ability.
I mean, I can see myself using it just for fun.
Yeah. So the description on it, I'm not going to read everything. It collects nectar and makes them into little pollen puffs, which they use to eat, and they also use them to attack and stuff, and they can cause paralysis or dizziness. They hate getting rained on because it's going to ruin that fluff that they cover. And people in Alola know that if Rye Bombie are busily visiting the fields of flowers, you can be sure that the fair weather will continue because they're not going to be out and about if it's going to be crappy weather. But yeah, so that is the Cutie Fly evolution, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's good. Now we're going to talk about Steenie, which is Bounsweet's evolution, which I was actually really, really surprised that they added this to the trailer because I thought it was just going to be over what was released in Korokoro, and we didn't see this. But as far as design, I really like Steenie. I think it looks good. It looks like what Bounsweet should have turned into.
Right.
You know, it just looks. I think it's a solid Pokemon. Kind of almost gives me a feel of oh, what's that guy like? Cherim. What did like Hoppip turn into Cherim? Kind of. That's the kind of feel you get from it.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What do you think, design wise?
Yeah, it's very solid design. Kind of dig the name for whatever reason too. Steenie.
Yeah, Steenie.
Yeah, Steenie.
My only problem is it looks like it should be fairy type. I thought it was gonna be grass fairy.
Yeah, like it just stuck with the grass type.
Do we have grass fairy yet?
I guess it's fine. Yeah.
Who's grass fairy?
Floette and all that, weren't they?
Who?
Grass Floette and all them. And Flabébé,
No. They're pure fairy.
They were?
Yeah. Florges is pure fairy. I can't think of any grass fairies that we've gotten, which I mean I think that's a pretty decent. I mean you're 4 times weak to poison, but I think it would be a nice type in. I don't know.
Oh, when they changed Whimsicott.
Oh, Whimsicott. There you go. There you go. I knew there was at least one. So the calyx on Steenie's head is harder than Bounsweet's, so Steenie no longer worry about being stabbed by other Pokemon. I didn't know that Bounsweet is like worried about being stabbed by Pokemon. That's kind of funny. As Bounsweet, this Pokemon may have preferred to run away from others, but now Steenie and other Pokemon go play together. So Bounsweet's a little scaredy cat, and we got
shy. Very
shy, and then we got Steenie, which is like, yo, I'm a play. I'm having fun, yeah? Upon evolving, the Pokemon's fragrance becomes even more delectable, but it also gains a tomboy-like personality. Living together with one is quite the ordeal. As it moves around, it spins its calyx, striking nearby objects, but Steenie couldn't care less. Steenie unleashes combo moves using the calyx on its head and hard legs. First, it smacks opponents with the calyx, and then when the opponent flinches, it lands a whacking great kick. That usually does the trick. So that is Steenie, and now we're going to take a look at the evolution. What is its name? Serena! Which is kind of a stupid name for a Pokemon, because that's a person's name.
Yeah, it sounds like a person.
But it looks like a person, so I guess it's all good. 3'11", so it's like a midget, I guess. Midget person. Grass typing with queenly majesty, which we're going to go over. What do you think of its design?
I think they could have done better after Steenie. Like, it's okay, but I don't know, it could have gone better places like that. How like it looks like the turtleneck covers the mouth and stuff. It's just,
yeah, I don't like the turtleneck.
The only thing that I
unless it had a chain, turtle
is how
chain.
Like the top of the thing kind of forms into a crown. I think
I do like the crown. Makes it look like it's a majestic type of Pokemon.
I guess the more I think about it, just the more that the turtleneck.
Yeah, turtleneck.
Whatever kind of bothers me.
Bad. I don't know. I would have preferred because it's almost face almost looks kind of like a Gardevoir's, so I think it would have looked a lot better without the little.
And I always think those kind of arms on Pokemon is like a cop out, which kind of goes back to Steenie too. Like when they just do the
little stick figure arms.
It's like okay, like you go into depth with everything, and then.
She got hips though. She got hips for days.
Got hips. Yes.
Her hips don't lie, as the kids say these days. I'm not gonna read the full stuff because she's got a whole bunch of information. You guys can just read it on Pokemon website. I do want to talk about the new ability and the new move that it is. So Trop Kick is a move that only Serena can learn. So pretty cool. I'm wondering if we're gonna get any more elemental kicks because we've got punches. Are we gonna get any kicks? That'd be cool. Because we have like Stomp, which is normal type, and now Trop Kick. Other than that, I can't think of any like leg hitting moves.
High jump kick.
High jump kick, there you go. And jump kick, normal jump kick. Those are fighting type. So this is cool. Chop kick is only that it can learn. It lowers the opponent's attack by showering it with blazing hot kicks in a style similar to that originating from tropical countries. It said that this Pokemon loses the strength if touched on the crown like a protuberance to its head. So Chop kick, really cool. Lowers the attack, which we see in the trailer. I think that's a very, very good move. Being able to have pretty much a built-in intimidate almost. So if this thing has any decent speed, you could definitely put it up against a physical attacker and kind of help out your team.
Put 2 licks on them. You're right.
And now we're going to talk about its ability. So it have some Serena have the Queenly Majesty ability, which no other Pokemon has previously had. The effects of Queenly Majesty are so intimidating that it prevents opponents from using priority moves. Now this is something I do want to dive into a little bit. So a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, this is exactly like Dazzling, which is the ability that Bruxish has. But if you read Bruxish's text, it says a little bit different. Bruxish says that it prevents any Pokemon from using priority moves that would hit first. So that would be like Quick Attack, Extreme Speed, Aqua Jet, stuff like that. But this says that it prevents priority moves. It doesn't say that hit first. So that makes me think, like, and it says it intimidates them.
Like Prankster.
Yeah. So, well, I don't think it's going to affect Prankster, but what I think it's going to affect is, like, Protect. You can't protect against this thing.
Oh, yeah.
You can't use Spiky Shield, King Shield, but it says other priorities. So if you look at the Pokemon, I'm going to go over to my Bulbapedia. So this is a list of priority moves. So we've got like Helping Hand, Endure, Fake Out, Quick Guard. But then we have the negative priority moves, which I'm not sure if it's going to affect those or not, but they are technically priority. So we have moves like Vital Throw, Focus Punch, Avalanche, Counter, Mirror Coat, Trick Room, Circle Throw, Dragon Tail, Roar, stuff like that. So I'm wondering if that is also going to affect it in the long run. I'm curious because that can make it a very, very powerful Pokemon.
Clean up the language on it because it can mean so many different things.
Yeah,
it's like blocking is different than negating.
Yeah, it's like it's so cool. But if it does protect against all of those types of priority moves, I think that this could be a very, very good Pokemon to use. Definitely in singles battles, because that's where you see a lot of priority moves more, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you see them in like Trick Room and Wide Guard. You see that and Protect a lot more in doubles. But that is Serena. Design-wise, not the greatest, but the ability, if it is what we just discussed, then fantastic. And Chop Kick, which I think is a really, really good type.
Which I love, yes.
Okay, now let's take a look at Hakamo-o, which is the stage 1 from the Jangmo. Still rocking, well, I guess not still rocking. The Korokoro said that it was going to be dragon fighting. It is indeed dragon fighting. Design-wise, what do you think?
Still love it. Like I said before, looks like a natural evolution from the other one.
Yep.
It's armored up, and it looks fierce.
He looks awesome. Looks awesome. In the trailer, which you guys, it will be linked in the description. He does like this uppercut move, and it looks really, really cool. The animations look great. The 3D sprite is just really, really cool on this guy. I'm not going to read the whole thing, just going to read this quick little introduction to him. When Jangmo evolves into Hakamo-o, it breaks from its fellows and begins to live on its own, to train itself. Wherever it can find Pokemon to battle against, it seems to appear. So like we talked about way back when Jangmo was introduced, you know, he's a battler. He really wants to battle and get stronger, but they appear to be in packs. And this guy, once he evolves, is like, all right, I'm a little bit stronger. Time to go on my own, get even stronger so that I can take on the world. It's really, really cool. Still got bulletproof and soundproof. Soundproof going to be the preferable ability, I think. And I'm actually interested to see if he's going to get a hidden ability or not. But now let's take a look at his evolution, Kommo-o, which, like we talked about again, you know, he looks dope. He's got that samurai armor. And he's just really, really cool. And he has a new move, which we're going to talk about. Do you want to go ahead and explain this move, Bransta?
from what we see, it seems like it's gonna be pretty much like a special attack because it does look like a sound wave based on its name. Clanging scales, which it's making a sound, and because it like decreases its defense, right? Or is it special defense?
The defense, yeah, it's defense.
Defense. So we think it's going to be a 120 based attack, which based on that tells us that it's probably going to be more like Dark Dragon.
Dark Dragon?
Yeah,
You
what
mean
was it?
Fighting Dragon.
No, Hydreigon.
Oh, Hydreigon. Oh, yeah. Dark Dragon,
I think
Hydreigon.
It's
His base stats and stuff, yeah.
Similar to that, like to where he can still be a physical threat, but more geared towards special attacks.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
Yeah, and I agree with that because we see in the trailer that it uses, the Hakamo uses like the uppercut, which obviously would be like a physical type move.
Right.
And then this clanging scales looks like it's going to be a special move.
Which is like a thing. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and because he's a fighting type, it also I would assume he's going to get like close combat, which again is a physical type move.
Yeah, and that's just like seems like a common thing between most dragon Pokemon, like Dragonite, mainly attack, but he can also put up special attack, and same goes for Salamence. And then
Salamence, pretty much all of them, I think.
So
I think almost every dragon type.
Multi-tool Pokemon, just like other dragons.
Yeah, I think the only Pokemon that's really more dragon type Pokemon that's more suited to special attacks is Goodra. Goodra can also be run physical because he gets like Power Whip and he gets like Earthquake and stuff. But most Goodras run like Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, or Draco Meteor and stuff like that. But yeah, this guy, I think he's going to be I think he's going to have a high defense stat, which is why he has this move that lowers his defense. And with the scales, it just feels like he's going to have a high defense.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising that you would think he'd be more of a physical attacker, which he still very may well be, but based on his signature move,
it just seems like he's going to be mixed. And because of all the armor, he's probably going to have a lower speed stat than most dragons, similar to Goodra.
Kind of bums me out.
It bums you out, but I mean, Goodra's a beast. Throw an assault vest on this guy and you're good, man. He'll be rocking it out. All right, we're already at 22 minutes. Holy crap, we got to get through all this information. We're going to go over Silvally really, really quickly. We went over it in the Korokoro. So the only thing I want to note is that we weren't sure if it was going to be multiple items or one single item that changes his typing. And it looks like where it says here, Silvally hold items that correspond to each Pokemon type. It can change its own type. So pretty much confirming there's going to be 18 different items that this guy holds to change his typing. And his design's really cool. I like that his mohawk and the side of his head and his eyes glow whatever color it is.
And wow, he is 7 feet.
He's huge. He's big. He's baby Arceus. And he's really cool. I like the evolution.
Definitely.
I definitely suggest reading this description. It's really, really cool. It talks about how, once it gains up trust with its trainer, it breaks the mask and becomes this thing. It's really, really interesting. But yeah, that's Silvally. Not too much more to add from what the Korokoro leaks had. So we're not going to go too in depth. But the other things we want to talk about from the trailer are the new Island Kahuna and the new trial captain. We'll start with the trial captain. And his name is Ilmia. And he graduated from the trainer school and is a hero to the students of that school. So everybody's looking up to him. He's an expert in normal type, which we thought he was going to be psychic or fairy due to his appearance and his pink hair. But we were wrong. Do you have anything to say about this guy, really?
He's going to get embarrassed in front of his students.
Oh, he's about to be embarrassed. He's about to be.
Nice sweater vest.
The one thing I do want to say is I had thought that we were only going to have these 4 trial captains. I thought we were going to have Lana, Malo, Sophocles, and Kiawe. But by adding this guy, it almost makes me feel like, are we going to get a trial captain for every single typing? Or is it just going to be like more because, we'll talk about the Kahuna in a sec, but she uses rock-type Pokemon, so I'm guessing there's not going to be a rock-type trial. Could do something like that. But we know that he is going to be the first trial captain that we go against, according to Korokor. And it makes sense because we've seen that the first totem Pokemon, which we fight after a trial, are both normal type. For Pokemon Moon, you get the Alolan Raticate, which is normal dark, and then in Pokemon Sun, you get the Gumshoos, which is pure normal. So it makes sense that he would be the #1 trial. Now let's take a look at this chick. I don't remember her name.
Olivia.
Olivia, the Black Beauty, is the Kahuna of Akala Island, the second island that you visit on your island challenge. Her skill is extraordinary, as can only be expected from someone chosen to serve as Kahuna at such a young age. Yet she still insists that she's just a normal girl. So design-wise, I think she's pretty good. She's got all these rocks. She seems, as far as like rock-type quote-unquote gym leaders have gone in the past, she's one of the better ones, I think. I really didn't like Roxanne. I didn't care for whoever it is in 3rd gen. I don't even remember. He's probably a loser. It's not, who is it? I don't remember. I haven't played through it. But it looks good. She looks fine. Rock type. The thing that I was hoping with these Kahunas, because we saw when we battle the old guy, what's his name? Hala. When it shows it in the trailer or whenever they did it, that he only had 3 Pokemon. And I was hoping that each Kahuna would like increase. But in the trailer, we see that she only has 3 Pokemon, which is kind of a letdown. It's like, you only have 3 Pokemon? How are you like a leader? And she has a Nose Pass. Like, Nose Pass is not a good Pokemon. You're going to say that she is a Kahuna using a Nose Pass? It's not even
how good she is.
Dude, what's a Nose Pass's evolution? It's like Mr. Mustache. What's his name? Probopass?
Yeah.
Dude, she doesn't even have one of those. She's kind of a scrub. One thing I do want to note, we see in the trailer that, or is it, I think it's in the Japanese trailer. I don't remember if it was in the English trailer, but I think the Japanese trailer, it shows that she has a Lycanroc in its midnight form. And so one thing I think in Pokemon Sun, she's going to have Lycanroc midnight form. In Pokemon Moon, she'll have the midnight. And in Pokemon Sun, she's going to have the midday Lycanroc. That's what I'm assuming. Because they are version exclusives. It makes sense. Yeah. But that is pretty much it. This video went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but we had quite a bit to talk about and quite a bit to discuss. And let me know down below in the comments what you think about each of these new Pokemon, any of their abilities, if you think they're going to be competitive and whatnot. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Bransta?
No, that about sums it up.
Sums it up. All right. As always, guys, if you're not hydrating, you're dehydrating. QuotebyLee.